Penta, it's WICR.
Hello, Iona College. Welcome back to the Sports Vault. Jersey Joe here with my weekly NFL picks. And I got to say before we start, we're rolling right now. The last 3 weeks have been in the zone. 13-2, going 11-3-4-1, and then this week another 10 wins. So you always want to try to get to those double-digit wins. So I'm feeling good right now. This is a tough week, I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? Let's get right into the picks. A really good Thursday night game tonight. The Denver Broncos at home against the San Diego Chargers. We saw last year Philip Rivers taking the Chargers on the road, getting that win. And this has been a phenomenal rivalry. Both teams are playing really well right now. The Chargers at 5-2, the Broncos at 5-1. These games are always competitive. I think this game is going to be very close, but you got to give Denver the edge at home. The road teams are at a real disadvantage in these games. The Chargers are coming off a tough loss to the Chiefs. As always, the Chargers will give them some trouble. The thing that I think that will make it really helpful for the Chargers is if they can keep Peyton Manning off the field, which I think they'll be able to. They're running the ball very well right now with Brandon Oliver. That should help as well. Philip Rivers is really putting that offense. They're moving the ball really well. So I think the Chargers have a legit chance here, but Denver's playing so well right now. They're at home. It's a short week, so I think you got to give the home team the edge here. Should be a great game, though. We go to the London game now at 9:30 on a Sunday. Going to be competing with English Premier League soccer. Going to want to see how the ratings do there, but I'm going to go with the Lions here. The Falcons are a mess right now. They're 2-5. The offensive line is a mess. In the Lions' defense is arguably the best in the NFL right now. That's going to give the Falcons' offensive line too much to handle. The Lions' offense, I'm worried about. They're really struggling to get in rhythm, but the way things are going for Atlanta right now, just a lot of problems there. Going with the Lions to get the win here. Now let's go with the Buffalo Bills on the road against the New York Jets. I don't know how the Bills are 4-3 right now. When you watch their games with Kyle Orton, it's just I can't even watch sometimes. It's like watching paint dry. The Jets are going to get a win here. I'm feeling it. They've been closer and closer the last couple weeks. Definitely been playing much better. Geno probably had his best game of the year last week. I think the Jets finally, that momentum catches up to them, and they get a win against a very questionable Kyle Orton here. Now we'll go to the next game on the slate, the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. This is a pretty interesting game. The Bears have been extremely disappointing. They're 0-3 at home, but they've been much better on the road. I like the Patriots here. I think this is going to be a closer game. I could definitely see the Bears pulling it out here because everybody's going to automatically go to the Patriots just based on what the Bears have done so far. You've got a little bit of controversy there now with Darrelle Revis. This thing, he got sent home for showing up late, so there's a little distraction there, but I'm going to go with the Patriots being home. I think it'll be a closer game than people expect, but got to give the edge to the home team. Now this next one is one of the best games of the weekend, the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. I've been on all week about just being so disappointed in Andy Dalton. The last couple weeks have been a really rough stretch for the Bengals. Lost on Sunday Night Football to the Patriots. They tied to the Carolina Panthers, and last week they can't even put up any points against the Indianapolis Colts. They've got a lot of major weapons dinged up like A.J. Green. I think it's perfect timing for a Ravens team that's playing really well to come on the road and get a big divisional win here. I'm calling it. Going with the Baltimore Ravens to get the win here. The next game is the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. This is a pretty weird game. The Titans have been struggling a little bit, 2-5. The Texans as well. Both teams not great offensively. The Texans, we all know how good their defense is. I think they're gonna bring in the good running game here. Aaron Foster's been running the ball very well. It's a tough game here because both teams you don't really trust that much. The Texans really killed themselves in that Monday night game, but I'm gonna go with the Texans here. I just think they'll be able to run the ball, control the clock, make a couple plays in the passing game. Their defense is very good. That's going to give the Titans a lot of problems. Texans get the win here. Let's go to the St. Louis Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs. An interesting game here. Austin Davis has really done a nice job there. I mean, the Rams are 2-4. Huge win against the Seattle Seahawks last week at home. The Chiefs coming off a big win against the San Diego Chargers, so both teams are coming into this game with momentum, but I'm going to give the Chiefs the edge here. The Chiefs have been playing very well as of late. Alex Smith's definitely looking more comfortable. The defense is getting more comfortable. Jamal Charles ran the ball very well on Sunday. I think at home, you give the Chiefs the win here. Now to the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. I say it all the time, the Dolphins give me so many problems picking their games. I can never pick them right. I can't figure this team out. But they're on the road. I think Jacksonville gives them a good game. They're going to be riding high coming off their first win of the season last week. But I'm going to go with the Dolphins here. I mean, if you look at the Dolphins, they really could have won their last two games. Really gave it away at the end against the Packers at home. And then last week getting another nice win. So I'm going to go with Miami here on the road. I think it'll be a close game, but you got to give the Dolphins the edge. Just a better team. Then you got the Minnesota Vikings and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Vikings losing a heartbreaker last week at Buffalo. Really just the last couple seconds. You give Kyle Orton credit for getting that game-winning drive against them. But Tampa Bay is coming off their bye. I think these teams are evenly matched, but I like Tampa Bay off the bye. I think Mike Glennon, Vincent Jackson are going to get that chemistry back in action. Doug Martin gets a week off to rest. That should help out. Tampa Bay at home I like a lot. Then this is the game I don't like. I would stay as far away from this game as possible. The Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. I don't like this game one bit. I think Seattle everybody's going to automatically go to. They just think, how could they lose another game coming off that loss to the Rams? But I'm not a fan of this game. Carolina has been disappointing as of late too, but they're at home. I could really see Carolina pulling this off here. I don't have the guts to take Carolina here. I have a hard time believing Seattle's going to drop another game as well, but I think this is going to be a really tough game on the road. Seattle defensively is not playing very well. I mean, Cam Newton's the game plan's going to say not to be afraid to go after the secondary. So I think Cam's not going to be afraid to go after Kelvin Benjamin and really target him in this game. I think it's going to be a tough win for the Seahawks to try to come on the road here. But you know what? They're going to run the ball. Carolina's defense against the run has really struggled this year. I do like Seattle, but I would stay as far away from this game as possible. Then the Philadelphia Eagles, the Arizona Cardinals, a phenomenal game. Both teams 5-1. Normally, I would have gone with Arizona here. If the Eagles weren't off their bye, I would have picked the Cardinals here. But I think the Eagles coming off their bye, that's more time to prepare for this game, puts them over the top. But Arizona defensively is tremendous. This is a very good team, very tough team to beat at home. Philly, I think both teams have a very good chance. It's a very evenly matched game, but Philly off the bye gives them a little bit of an edge here, going with the Eagles. The next game, I don't think anybody's going to really go out of their way to watch. The Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. The Browns really just dropping an egg in that Jacksonville game last week. Probably the worst performance we've seen from them so far. And Oakland's going to get a win eventually. They're 0-6 right now. They're going to win a game eventually. This could be a very good potential upset here on the road for them to get a win. Derek Carr's been playing much better so far. So I think this is going to be the Raiders have a good chance here, but hard to see Cleveland not bouncing back at home against this team. So I'm going to go with the Browns here, but I'm definitely want to see how Oakland really responds off last week. Then you have the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know how many times I can say it. Andrew Luck is just phenomenal. He's so much fun to watch play. The weapons he has to work with, what he does, it's incredible. Pittsburgh, I don't like Pittsburgh at all. Lucky to get that win on Monday night. It's ugly. I mean, it's just kind of a weird team they have in Pittsburgh right now. They are at home, which gives them a little bit of help, but I think Indianapolis right now is really finding their identity. They're really getting more comfortable, building more chemistry with one another. I like the Colts on the road. This game is a really good Sunday night game. The Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Very interesting game here. The Saints have been extremely disappointing, 2-4. The Packers are really getting more comfortable, getting more chemistry here. It's a tough game. A lot of people are going with Green Bay here, but I like the Saints at home. I think it's going to be a close game, but I really am looking to see. This is the game that's going to tell me what the Saints are going to be for the rest of the season, because they're 2-4 right now. They got to get this win here. I mean, this is basically a must-win game for the Saints, because I mean, you look at the way things have been going for them. Things are really starting to fall apart. This is a win that they absolutely have to get. Doesn't mean they'll win. Aaron Rodgers is playing really, really well, but I think the Saints are going to figure it out for this game at home. They're going to get up. Their fans lines are going to be crazy. I like the Saints in this game. And then finally, a riveting Monday night matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. Colt McCoy is starting for the Redskins, which should tell everybody in America to go for the Cowboys. The Cowboys go to 7-1. Shouldn't be a very good Monday night matchup. But that is going to do it for the week, for this week's NFL picks. We've been really doing better. Week 8, I hopefully will continue that trend. So thank you everyone for tuning into our Week 8 NFL picks, and you all have a great weekend. Enjoy the games.